Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist, and here are the headlines while we were away. Trump is now facing Fed roadblocks as the Republicans have blasted the justice probe. We had Senator Tom Willis vowed to oppose any Trump nominees to the Fed until the matter of the grand jury investigation to the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is resolved. We also had Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski and Kevin Cramer expressing their opposition to the investigation, with Murkowski calling it an attempt at coercion and Cramer saying he doesn't believe Powell is a criminal. In addition to that, we had 3 former Fed chairs and 4 former Treasury secretaries also issuing statements condemning the DOJ investigation, saying it would undermine the U.S. central bank's independence. Next, we had the White House press secretary Leavitt was speaking earlier to reporters. The 2 big things she said that stood out at me was that airstrikes on Iran were one of many options, and also that Trump doesn't have a timeline for acquiring Greenland. Moving on, we had 2 Treasury auctions today. We had the 3-year and a 10-year. They showed scant concern over the Fed fiasco that's going on right now. We had the 10-year rally this morning from the opening levels heading into the auction this afternoon. The sale was quite strong, stopping at 4.173%. Demand wasn't spectacular, but in line with the 1-year average, so went well. Earlier and before the 10-year, we did have a 3-year auction. It came in more or less on the screws at 3.609%. Demand there was particularly notable from directs, whose allocation was the highest ever. And we've been talking about this, how the shorter end of the Treasury auctions have been going well, but both came in okay. Nothing to worry about as far as these auctions are concerned after the headlines this morning. Now, tomorrow we do get CPI finally up to date. We will get December's data tomorrow morning. The inflation swaps are signaling an above the consensus reading for the December CPI. They are projecting a headline reading of 2.77% for December. That's slightly hotter than economists' estimates for this print to be unchanged from November's print of 2.7%. Signs of resurgent inflation threaten to undo wagers for 2 interest rate cuts this year after Friday's labor report showed a lower than expected unemployment rate. Indeed, JPM also this morning abandoned its call for more easing this year entirely and projecting the Fed's next hike will be in 2027. So tomorrow's reading will be very important. It is notable that January also tends to have a higher than usual inflation rate as companies forced to make repricing decisions. So the next 2 CPI readings, this one that will be in December, that is tomorrow morning, and the one next month, January's, are going to be particularly important given the fact that, remember, we have a lot of hawkish members on the Fed that are very worried about that inflation. So tomorrow's print is going to be extremely important. Can't express that more. Next, Trump says we're screwed. He said and that is a literal quote on his Truth Social post. He said the actual numbers we would have to pay back if for any reason the Supreme Court were to rule against the United States of America on tariffs would be hundreds of billions of dollars, and that doesn't include the amount of payback that countries and companies would require for the investments they are making in building plants, factories, and equipment for the purpose of being able to avoid the payment of tariffs. In the end, he said, remember, when America shines brightly, the world shines brightly. In other words, if the Supreme Court rules against the United States of America on this national security bonanza, we are screwed. And last but not least, sadly, Florida is heading for the smallest orange crop in nearly a century, and literally nearly a century since 1930. The state is seen producing 12 million boxes of fruit in the 2025 season, down from 250 million boxes of fruit just a few years earlier. We have had a citrus greening problem in this state since about 2000, and it's just devastated the markets. And I had to share that because I like orange juice and I like Florida. And with that, I will pass it off to Jim for an Edge report.
Thank you, Tracy. But do not worry. I have an orange tree in my backyard, and I have yielded 4 mature oranges last year off of my infant orange tree. So I will make up the difference over time if I live long enough. Let's go over that 10-year auction, though. It was very successful. I got a 10-year daily chart up on the screen. I have the stats up here as well. I mean, my biggest takeaway here was the indirect bidders were almost 70%. That's mostly foreign large institutions. So that's a good thing. So there was an appetite for this. And then the bid to cover was okay, but we stopped through it by 0.7 basis points, which means the auction cleared a better yield than the win issue yield. So I know it's a bunch of statistics and nomenclature there, but it was a good deal. It was a good deal. Looking at the chart, though, I mean, we still have every time we dip into that get to that 112 even level, buyers are coming back in. You could see three kind of big wicks right where my crosshairs is over the last couple of weeks. Total doji so far today. Maybe this market's also anticipating CPI. I didn't think about that until Tracy mentioned it. Treasury bonds, alternatively, actually back up to the top part of the range. This morning it didn't look so good. The 30-year bond, we tested all the way down to here, almost 115.05. Well, not almost 115.05, 115.05. But we kind of bounced back up here. And again, I have an inside body of a candle right now toward the top of the consolidation range. So that kind of surprised me today as well. The main event, though, this is the S&P 500. Second day in a row above those December highs. Nice big red candle. That's a bullish candle, by the way. And we're tagging Pax line at 70.26 and a quarter. Really, though, when you look at that intraday chart, it looks just like the Bears game. First half, nothing but disaster. Boom, prices just got beat on all the way to the bottom of the London initial balance. And then after that, the comeback started. Right here. This was the beginning of the fourth quarter right here with this big giant bar. And we just kind of broke through S1, high vol level. We established a pretty big initial balance, by the way, but we cruised through that put support 0 DTE level as well. And now we're at JAX1, 70.20. We're trading there right now. And we have a whole bunch of targets. Remember, Craig Shapiro this morning said we are slightly positive in gamma. Well, now we're more than slightly positive in gamma. So we have that 0 DTE call resistance at 25. Next up after that, R1 and JAX2 at 70.30. Above that, JAX4, JAX3, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of these gamma exposure levels as targets on the upside if you are trading the E-mini S&P. Let's take a real quick pick at the peak. Come on, Jim, get it out. Same thing. This looks almost systematic as well. Again, that benchmark candle here right at 940 to 950. This is a 10-minute candle I'm looking at, not a 30-minute candle. So you see a lot more bars than you're used to seeing. Look at that 9 EMA. I mean, I think XYZ would be proud of me right now. This thing is just marching up along that 9 EMA. Pretty nice. We just hit that call resistance level as well as the 0 DTE call resistance level, which were pretty close together. More upside targets, JAX2 26,100 should this thing continue to keep going up. No retracement in sight right now. I mean, this is just buyers are in charge right now. Huge turnaround for these markets. Let's go to the Bitcoin here. We'll take a look at the January Bitcoin. Same kind of behavior, kind of, sort of. Big sell-off here. Again, 10-minute chart. London initial balance set the initial low. And then we kind of zigzag, made a little bit of a lower low during the U.S. Initial balance. And then we didn't quite get to that call resistance level, right? It was elusive. Buyers come back in, push us all the way back up. And then once and for all, really what happened here is we crossed VWAP right here at that 1020 to 1030 candle. And then this was our confirmation candle, the very next 10-minute candle. And that was a great signal. Off to the races. Then we had another kind of pickup. Didn't quite get to that one-day max. We saw it, middle of the night last night, but we didn't quite get it in the daytime. Nice picture retracement, but look at this. Tested VWAP once, tested VWAP twice. VWAP held. This is a session VWAP. Prices continued back up and started, it made a point of control. This is a messy volume profile, but it still made a nice point of control here, 92.035. Right north of that is 0 DTE put support, which again is a pretty important level as well. So that's kind of, my guess is we're going to kind of be, we're going to be above that VWAP, I think, for the rest of the session. We'll see. There could be some profit taken and some sell-off here, but I don't think so. Bitcoin, again, is trying to break out. Just go back to a daily really quick to remind everybody, we're in this long consolidation channel. It really started way back here in the middle of, right at Thanksgiving of last year. And, I'm framing that at 94,965 on the upside for the daily chart. And then the downside is at 87.45. That's a big consolidation range. You could tighten it up a little bit here if you wanted to kind of take a couple of days off of that channel. 84.125 is the low. Moving average is sideways. This thing is going sideways, totally either price happiness or indecisive, depending on whether you're a glass half full or a glass half empty. That is this afternoon's Edge Report. Let's get to the main event, trading the close with our OGs, Leo, the Big Cat, and Nick for a tick.
Hey, Jim. I'm glad you called us the OGs. That's a very nice recognition for how long we've been on this stream.
You
From the
are.
very
when
first trade the
when I
close.
think about the launch, man, when I think about the launch and the introduction to all of the traders and the content providers that pop on NinjaTrader Live, you two guys are the first two guys to think about.
Oh, that's something special, Jim. Are you trying to get something, mailed to you?
Oh, maybe
Well,
or so maybe
I think
some free indicators or something. I don't know.
I think Jim knows that, you and I had to pull the slack with, closing out the show a few times last week. So he's
Jim,
just saying thank you.
They had me do your job, and I'm not very good at it, so they brought you back.
I disagree. I think you're very good at it. The chat wants to know what OG even means.
That would be
original gangsters, right?
Original gangsters.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And then this chat's moving, man. Philip said Leo, Nick, Stowe, and XYZ are the OGs.
Yeah. That's and Elias, which he was a short-lived OG, but he was here for a short period of time.
So Reese Jeff says, Jim, they closed the show every day last week by telling us all to go to hell.
That's a stretch.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I doubt it, but that's funny. Oh, man. Anyway, what do you guys think? I mean, today has been an interesting day. I mean, with the big comebacks in the stock index futures and all the nonsense going on in the world. What are you guys thinking about this afternoon?
I mean, yeah, what is there to say about today's session? It is like Nick's worst nightmare type of session with an absolute, violent, like push off the open and move higher, and then slowly just kind of drifting up trend day to the upside, not really given much as far as shallow pullback. So not my most incredible level of trading in this type of tape, but I've scalped my way to a few shekels here and there. But yeah, we're coming into like a more interesting spot, back into basically the top edge or the top area of this long time frame balance range that we've kind of been in for the last, I guess it's like 6+ weeks now. My goodness, that we continued to kind of ping pong around 26K down to 25,600. So now we're heading to the tippy top. I don't know what to make of it outside of,
Did
trying
Nick
to
just
keep
say
myself.
it was the top?
I didn't say top. I said drifting to the top of this balance range.
What did
But
he
I
say?
say
Top?
this.
He said tippy top.
Yeah.
I say this in NQ. ES is making new highs. So no, I'm not trying to short the all-time high in the SPOOs.
I just heard top. I don't know.
No,
Did you hear top, Jim?
I will gladly look for shorts back.
Jim, did you hear the word top?
Below the 6,960s. It can have the other.
Did
100
he say
points.
the word top? Was top? Did he say top? I heard top.
Generational top. You heard it here first. 1929 lows are imminent.
Wow. All right. How about you, Leo? What do you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, room confirms Nick said top. And while you were speaking, I actually jumped into a short because there was a flurry there was a flurry of activity that just kind of, we made a little bit of a new high on the day, just kind of right here at 09, and there was just a flurry of selling come in, and you can see it on Delta Map. Will it work? I don't really know, but VIX is dead, Nick's on stream, and we're going to try at least to get a little trade off here. I'm really just looking for back into the 8650s where this little consolidation was, and then try to hold a runner back into the meat of the range today. I'm not sure if it'll be successful, but if I had to pick like the best opportunity of the afternoon here, currently, this would be it. So that's my trade.
What's give me that downside target again? I didn't hear it.
So 986, up to like 87 to 86.80 range, somewhere in that range. And then all the way back to 940. I really doubt we'll make it all the way down there, but that would be the targets for runners. It looks like we're just gonna continue this all day rally, which is fine.
So Friday's high is the target.
Friday's high is that 55 or is that 86?
It's
86. Yeah.
Friday's
high would be great.
All right, I'm rooting for you, man. For sure. All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. Everybody who's not in the chat listening, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. I haven't done this in a while. We do have our original OG in the chat room. I haven't had a shout out for him in a while. Paulie, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here with us. Appreciate your emails. He is the OG in the chat, by the way. He was with us for a few years. He's a great guy.
Oh, he's the OG.
He's the OG, yeah.
All right.
For sure. Any event, everybody else in chat, thanks for being here. Appreciate the subscriptions. Don't be shy. It doesn't cost any money. Just click on it. It's good for our network. It helps us with our exposure, brings more people, more points of view, more great conversation in the chat as well. So we appreciate that from you guys. Thank you for those who have already done it. You guys are the best. And having said all that, I'm going to wish Leo the Big Cat and Nick for a Tick the best of luck on any trades they may take this afternoon.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks. All right.
Okay, chat.
Has everyone had fun today?
Nick said top. I sold it. Nick, you're Venmoing me any losses, right? That's the rule.
And you are giving me 80% of your gains.
Okay.
I think that's the way it works, right?
I disagree with that completely.
Oh man, chat. Has everyone traded today? Everyone have fun? The typical I feel like this has just become the Sunday. There's not the Sunday, the Monday type of tape. Like I always do Monday afternoons. It seems like more often than not, we're in a slow trend day higher.
Yeah, well, historically, Mondays are the most bullish day of the week. So we've got that going for us. There's usually not a lot of news on Monday. Now, we have a lot of news. I mean, economic news. There's a lot of news out there. Insane news I didn't think I would wake up to. But here we are.
Yeah,
and the market has shrugged all of that off and said, we're going higher.
What else is new? It doesn't matter. Just buy it. It's like the greatest analogy to use for the last like 2 years.
Which is today's a great point to, a great argument to remind everyone who are, intraday traders not to take the news and then imply your own opinion of what that news means for the markets, because sometimes the market doesn't really give a shit. And today is a great example of that.
Or it could give a shit, but it could take weeks before it actually prices it in.
It could give a shit. Right now it doesn't. So you're trading the tape that you have now, not the one you wish you had or you think you should have. And that's just, today's a great reminder of that. I would have thought personally the Powell news would have been a bit concerning for people, but maybe I guess it will only be concerning if it actually happens. Maybe that's the
That's yeah,
to
I was
tell.
gonna say that, and not to go full macro, but I guess with us
Oh, we can go
already
full macro, Nick.
already knowing that he's
Can we get
basically
macro
a
Nick
lame
on this?
duck Fed chairman, the market really doesn't care what happens to him at this point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, true. Price action is not news. Yeah, I think yes, you're correct. Powell's just the guy on the board soon. What are you guys looking at today? I
I mean,
started to pull up some silver.
I
Started
did
to
have a
build some
silver
silver
chart
charts.
originally, and then I closed it because I somehow like lost a bunch of my MGI, and then I started slowly rebuilding my NQ chart. I don't know. I was playing around with the new OFL file, and something may have happened, but
Nice.
yeah, wonderful. So I needed to kind of slowly continue to add things to my NQ chart, get everything back. But yeah, I was looking at silver, and it was to go long earlier in the session. I think I
Mhm.
mean, I've seen outlandish calls of like 100 by the end of the week already. So I just
A
don't want to step
hundred.
in front of this.
A
Some
hundred.
people,
Whew.
I think 100 is like reasonable if we're going to continue to see volatility in the metals, but I don't know, I don't want to be the person that says it's going to happen by the end of the week. But I guess when you're an anonymous face on Twitter, you can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do those things when you don't, you're just whatever.
I just don't know who leads people to the slaughter saying, yep, end of the week, lock it in. Or people saying, like, calling a top saying the top is in this week for silver, so sell it.
Right.
Just terrible ideas.
Yeah, so I was looking at building some silver charts and then I think kind of making this, afternoon stream a little more exciting, add gold as well.
Yeah, gold might have been the one to, well, I mean, range bound, but less scary as silver was today, I guess.
But yeah, I mean, the point you made earlier, we're kind of at the top of the range and then Q land, we're starting to get to the point where in this contract, at least, we haven't been outside of this high. Um, so maybe we have a little bit of a blue sky situation here.
I mean, it's very possible, but I think Norseman just called out what is all but likely because you did it with gold. You built the silver chart, so everybody abandoned ship because
Prepare.
the silver vol is going to fall off a cliff.
Hey, I will welcome that, and we can get all back in the index.
Tracy's got more levels to the upside in silver, 87 and 96. I mean, I don't dispute it's going to go higher. I just don't love people saying it's going to hit 100 and by the end of the week, lock it in.
Let's see. What is the let's see, duplicate. Let's see if we can't get a let's see if we can't get a target from one of our studies for silver. Actually, let me clear out.
The question is, will
Nope.
Leo Short actually make it down to 86 or
I
stop
hope
him
so.
out prior to us getting off the air? I hope we have more range than that, but hey, we've been here before.
We have.
They made this new proprietary solid state battery, whatever element they use would consider that index. Is it, I mean, isn't it like lithium and palladium are the ones in a lot of those? Maybe I'm crazy.
I was so we got the move in silver and rumor on the streets. I don't know what streets, but rumor on the streets is that a similar move, like the silver one, is coming for another precious metal. Anybody know which one?
Platinum?
Copper.
Well, copper actually makes sense.
Okay, so we have a target
copper has
at
had parabolic moves like several times, I feel like. That's
we have a target
you see
at
those.
80, 89, and then 93. That would be the 3A for Job.
Okay.
Last week's 1A was nice resistance to the upside. So
Magic-
I mean,
Magic Job lines.
89 and 93 upside targets. The week pivot being 77. The weekly one, the lower targets being 69 and 65. Have we hit a lower target? And no, we haven't. Not in a long time. So consider that unlikely. Anybody actively trading silver? Just kind of curious on your experience.
I mean,
For intraday targets, I've been liking the 5-minute OR extensions. Those are great. Fantastic levels, both on the upside and downside for targets, as well as, support resistance areas. They tend to naturally be good spots.
have you considered looking also at the potential for the gamma to be in the room with us with the SLV options?
Uh-oh.
I didn't want to say it and put it out there in the universe, but
you just did.
When does the gamma become in the room with us for silver? Is the question.
You've just ruined my day.
Did I ruin the thought of trading silver now?
Yep. Good job.
There you
Nick.
go. I talked about gamma and Leo built a silver chart. So everyone move on to the next precious metal because it's dead.
Why would you do that?
Hopefully bring the fun back to NQ because it's not having fun today. Unless you got long. I mean, I would have wanted to long, I guess, last night if I was going to get long. And I just feel like I was chasing and waiting, but it never came back today. I really didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much, a nice open drive right out of the gate. Barely came back and tested, inside the 5-minute OR.
Yeah.
And it's left. I think I'm just going to close this trade, honestly. It's too close to the high.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's once in the pre-market, we kind of cleared 700s. It's like get long. That node we were building all last week. Yeah.
You buy SLV calls for Friday, Steven? It's probably a good trade now that they're in the money.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they're looking pretty good right now after today's move.
Micro Y Dow was awesome the last half hour. Usually don't even get a look at it. Nice. You got them last Friday? What time does the opening range start on silver? That's a great question. Do you guys want to answer it? It's not 8:30.
Is it not 720 with gold? If it's something else, I guess I never knew that.
720.
It's 720.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought metals were all that, but then someone told me I was an idiot once. So What do I know?
Well, there's one market that's like 725, and I can't remember.
Silver 725. Is that actually true?
Hang on, I'll tell you for
Why
sure.
do we do that? Like someone explain that one to me.
Yes, silver is 725. That's right. See, I knew it. I knew there was a trap in that question.
I guess I was the idiot.
I walked right
then
into
that guy
it.
who just had to be an actually kind of guy.
Actually, Nick.
Well,
All right, let me
I
change
thought
this to
I thought the
silver.
metals were, bundled into a specific open, but I guess I'm an idiot. So hats off to that guy for being a Mr. Smarty Pants. We're talking Central Time, the superior time zone.
Is there another time zone?
Allegedly, there's an Eastern time that's people use.
Huh. Could have fooled me. Silver. All right, let's see if this changes everything.
I mean, it really is going to have to be Central Time.
There we go.
Like, I feel like Central Time needs to become just the
725.
superior one because once like the Texas Stock Exchange is a thing, like everything, you're just going to have to operate on Central.
This makes more sense to me now. Just trying to find the right volume setting for silver, and I should probably be on this SIL.
Did you break it?
I'm trying to. Apparently. Let's see if that works.
Any time zone is superior to Pacific time when you have to be up at 5:30 to trade gold. I mean, that's fair. However, you guys on the West Coast, and I know this because I used to be one of them, you get all the superior times to watch any and all sporting events without feeling like you're falling asleep trying to watch Sunday Night Football, for example, or the MLB playoffs, for example. So you guys get it better with sports.
You're right. The Leo stats in play.
It is.
New high. I don't really love the fact that it was just made and then we're instantly selling.
I mean, yeah, this is if it's going to reoffer and make everybody that's super bullish, I guess, a little mad, this would be the spot. Otherwise, yeah, let's just drive it up all night and make a new all-time high tomorrow, as is tradition.
I think he still has a ways to go for new highs.
Yeah, a couple hundred points, right?
Yeah, like I think it was like
Yeah.
200 or 250 points or something.
I guess on this contract, well, I know we don't the back adjust thing, but on March, technically, it would say another 600 or so points. But I guess at this
If
point,
you
you look
back
at
adjusted?
you look at NDX. I don't remember my trading view charts might be back adjusted. I think they are.
Yeah, because the non-back adjusted would take you. Hang on.
I mean, NDX has us like 300 points away, which probably is accurate.
378 technically.
Yeah, okay. I'm doing rough math in my head, but yeah, it's like 3 something. I mean, that's usually how I would always look at it too, is like actually look at the real index. Like look at SPX, look at NDX.
Really important question in the chat here, Nick.
Is it about back adjusting?
Darian wants to know. How many likes for you to stream with the
Ooh.
Bucky's onesie?
Well, if you guys can get us, I'm just going to say this because I will be heading up past a Bucky's on Wednesday. As
Do they have adult onesies?
If they do, I mean, I'll find them. I will spend the time. So my point is, Wednesday afternoon into the evening, I will be heading up to Denton, Texas, where I will pass a said Bucky's. So if you guys can get us over 500 likes, I will in fact buy a onesie if there is one, or regardless, if you guys do it, I will find something absurd that I will wear on stream for Bucky's. If you guys can get us over 500 likes, and I will do it on Wednesday.
I just like the stream myself.
Salma, well, there's 576 people in here, and even during the morning, sometimes we can't seem to get over 500 likes. So I'm just going to set the bar there. Hopefully we hit it because that sounds funny too. I'm happy to do it.
I'm going to do it from my other account too. Oh, look. I contributed 2 likes.
If we happen to break XY and my like record, which is over 1,200, as well as 5,000 live concurrent viewers that were not fake and not a click farm somewhere across the world, then I will make that my new permanent outfit until someone tells me otherwise on the stream.
I don't believe him. Those weren't real.
See? Leo's still saying no. So if you guys want me to find an absurd Bucky's onesie, I'm going to turn the AC on in the middle of winter probably because I'll be sweating in my office in that thing. Then make sure everyone has hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to find a view bot. Please hold. Guys, there's over 500 people in here. We can make this happen without someone spending a few bucks to view bomb the stream.
Actually, this is good content. I'm gonna post this actually on Twitter right now. See if we can get a couple more people in the stream to like this. Let's see. Can we get Nick to trade in a Bucky's? Some people call it Busey's. Is it 2 C's in Bucky's?
Yes, it is, I believe.
Oh man, gotta tickle my throat. I don't know. I think it's 1 C. Let's look it up.
Well, let me just Google it.
Bucky's.
It's 1 C, 2 E's. That's what it is.
Okay. Could Nick trade in a Bucky's onesie?
Should mention them too while you're at it. Or tag them, excuse me. Guys, I can't buy said onesie from Amazon. Like I will do an IRL or something, or I will record myself buying it at Bucky's on Wednesday and post it to social. If we can hit this number. But so far, you guys are letting me down. We're not even halfway there yet. Well, Luke, I'm going to say my brisket is better than Bucky's because, honest to God, I don't know. I mean, I know mine doesn't have 800 ingredients like majority of the things that they do there, but that's because their sauces and stuff are highly processed and rubs. That's why. But mine doesn't have 800 ingredients.
Okay. Hopefully we'll get some more likes, but we're halfway there. So call your friends, share this thing with people, get them to like the stream.
How about wearing the onesie while smoking a brisket? I mean, but then the onesie might be ruined because it might just smell like brisket forever, which might be a good thing depending on your preference. But I'm wondering if we can break inside last week's high.
I think
I'm leaning towards wanting to short this, but I've also tried to short situations like this way too many times in my trading career, and it usually ends poorly.
Yeah. I would like to. If we pull, I don't really want to short it now because I already tried it and just rallied right back in my face, and we're kind of grinding in that grind mode. So if we get down here to 94 or last week's high in this range, I'll start to look for a long. considering we have the Leo set in play. So I'm going to trade in that direction. Just depending on what we do, what happens if we get down here. And then I'm just going to convince you guys to tell your friends to come and like the stream so we can get a Bucky's onesie.
Bucky's has a Twitter, but it's not verified. So I'm going to mention them anyway. Clearly, it's not a.
Let's see. Do they make Bucky's onesies?
Haters will say it's fake.
Yes, they will.
Oh, no fucking way. I have bad news for you, my friend.
What?
Look.
Hang on. I was retweeting it. Oh, come on.
We're going to make this happen.
Okay, discard. Try this again.
This is the best day ever. We're going to get Nick to trade in a onesie from Bucky's.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to send my tweet, which is, I guess, a very important thing as an influencer. You got to craft that tweet.
It's canceled, Nick?
Why is it canceled?
What do you mean? Why is it canceled?
Why is it canceled?
No, who canceled it? Nobody has the authority to cancel it except for us.
And guys, we're just at 250 likes. Like, we've been sitting halfway for a good 5 minutes here.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
There's been no organic growth in the stream, nor the like count. So do your part. Tell your friends.
Oh, we're going to bump in the like count. So that's good.
I'm sure someone's
It's
just going out there and buying likes. Spending more than I'm probably going to spend on this onesie to make it happen.
That, right?
What?
You can't do that still, right? Like that doesn't really work anymore.
I don't know. I don't know how good YouTube is at hiring some click farm somewhere to do it in 10 minutes, Just an army of phones sitting somewhere.
It is a breakout on the likes graph for sure.
Oh, man. Is ES going to lose these highs? Gold selling off a little bit. As is silver. Ooh. Violence. Chat, how are we doing? Are we there yet? No. 280. Come on. Nobody wants me to do this, apparently. But I will be heading up there anyway.
I do. I desperately want you to do this. This.
It's like the perfect time for this to happen because I will be driving past one on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to do my first IRL as I go into the store and purchase this and give everybody a preview of that, the Disneyland of gas stations, if you've never experienced it.
Looks like silver's under a little bit of pressure here. It's trying to get below its opening range. Might be a good long here, honestly.
Wear a GoPro at Bucky's. I mean, gotta have the likes before I even consider it. Otherwise, I just will make a video of me going into Bucky's, showing everybody the onesie, and then walking out empty handed just to make everybody upset.
That's a new level of rage bait, Nick.
Yep. Be like, oh, look, here it is.
You could have had this.
Look at all of these wonderful things I could be buying at Bucky's. Nope, because you guys didn't hit the thumbs up button enough.
Still at 280 and the likes. You know what to do, chat.
Steve or Steven, we'll do anything. I'll do anything to create fun content for people. Whatever makes y'all laugh in the chat, because that's my goal outside of trying not to lose money. I mean, the view count's coming up, guys. Just got to tell everybody. And Nick also try to make money. I know, but let's keep things, you know, I like to keep myself grounded here. That is the end goal at the end of the day. But, you know, not losing money is just as good some days. Useless. I don't even know anymore because I've had such large days and large losses that, and you know, some days I'm very happy with a couple $100 because I avoided doing stupid things or I dug myself out of a hole. Just that is some days feels better than me making like 5 figures in days, which I've done before. It's just sometimes those small winners or digging yourself from red to green feel a lot better and feel like much better good days in quotes. Chris, they have to get to 500 likes before I consider purchasing said onesie from Bucky's on Wednesday. And then I will wear it either for my stream for Trade the Open on Thursday or the following week. Beastmaster. So for me on opening drives like that, especially to the upside, like I'm watching, I'll wait for a pullback, but I just know Mondays can do these things too. So I've sat out majority of today. I've taken a couple, you know, scalp trades to the short side, unfortunately. I just happened to take them strategically and kind of scratch myself out before taking additional damage to the upside. You kind of see a drive like that early in the week and, you know, news later in the week. And I just know what the potential it could be setting up for. And for me, after taking a couple like trailed out trades for, you know, 10 points here, 5 points there, I just think it's better for me to be kind of hands off and call it a session and not try to give any money back. But, you know, I still find myself shorting trend days to the upside every once in a while. I don't know if Leo has thoughts.
Sorry, I'm getting in a chat fight.
With a chat bot?
Chat, I fight. Yeah. Do you think I would fight with a chat bot? Come on.
I mean, hey man, I don't know. I don't know where you take your rage out.
What were you explaining? How do you handle trading for the day
How do
when
you
the opening range?
trading an opening range as aggressive as today, and then it holds in
Oh,
a small drift up range like this?
um, I mean, for me, I don't really have a trade out of the opening range like this because it's just not my strategy to trade the opening range breakout like this. So I try to either look for some type of counter trade to that move. There usually is one. Or just look for just to jump on the trend. And I think there have been several days where we've had some trend opens like this one, and just kind of buy these small pullbacks, these little tiny pullbacks just to get on that move. And if not, like if you're not part of it, and if you can't really muster up the mental muscle, because it is a bit of a mental muscle for me to join that trend, then that's a short day for me, because it's just like I want to trade in the environment, or I want to be active in the environment that's best for my style and strategy, and trend moves are just not part of that. So I am not super active in that type of an opening. Yeah, typically, volume at all-time highs is going to be a little lackluster, because in reality, what you have is, very little participation from, a sell side when you're at all-time
There she
highs.
goes.
And we're
Maybe.
getting that move now.
Maybe.
Are you short?
I just short one.
This is where I said I would look for a long.
I mean, it could absolutely bounce right on
Yeah.
previous day high here. I was kind of just
Try a
seeing, are we
couple.
going to get a rotation kind of down to the overnight high, 960s? I'll happily just
Yeah.
take
I'm just
take
gonna
a few
use
points.
just like a 10-point stop here, looking for this to continue higher. Kind of bounce right here at yesterday's or Friday's high.
Yeah, I don't love that we just immediately bounced like that. But I mean, I say this as if that we're not just kind of slowly moving at 5 points right now. Nick, do you trade props? Yeah, historically that's how I've made myself who I guess I am today. That's how I started trading actively, how I got involved streaming and things was obviously through props. But towards the end of last year, I pretty much was doing only my personal account. I'm going to be mixing props back in as well as live, like my live accounts with a couple props. So you'll get to see me trade that a little bit too. But yeah, I just decided I kept seeing myself in the pay yourself when I didn't need to pay myself mindset. So I constantly was like trading at a disadvantage in prop accounts. And I just was like tired of the constant cycle of like getting an account back up from zero for no reason. So if I do it this year, it's going to be in live accounts that I'm not trying to like effectively pay myself a couple $1,000s here and there, taking payouts like that. Like I'm actually going to try to grow it the same way I have been trying to do my personal account. So that's the journey you'll kind of see me on in 2026 if I'm trading a prop account. Sorry, Leo. Team Nick here. Attaboy. That's what I want to hear.
Betrayal.
I barely heard that one. Where's the sound effect?
I have to take, I said I would take a stab at this long.
I mean, it makes sense. I likely am going to get stopped out here, but I ain't looking for much. Like that little LVN there would be more than enough for me to say, I'll
74. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll take my luck. I'll take pressing my luck at the all-time highs here with a little bit of weakness.
Right.
How are your dinosaur ribs, by the way? Chris was asking who cooks the better brisket.
Oh man, those ribs were so good that just literally like you could pull them out, the ribs you could pull out. right off.
Yeah, I've
the
got
bone.
I've got a few racks left. I got to do one. I also like
You
bone
have
and
some
short
dino
ribs.
rib Rex?
I've got one more set of like 4 from the
Nice.
cow, and then I have a couple sets of like bone and short ribs that are all still attached.
Yeah. So
So
the four those are chuck ribs. Just FYI, there's kind of
Okay.
2 parts. The 4-pack would be a chuck rib.
Interesting.
A 3 rib would be a different part of the rib. So we had like the 3.
Good to
I can't-
know.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but my dad told me this information. So
Speaking of dads and grilling, I made a couple steaks from my cow, but then I used one of the fillets that you sent me for Christmas.
Oh.
And you might have turned that man, granted, it's partially the way I cooked it, but you might have turned him into a Snake River Farms guy.
Uh-oh.
He was like, this is one of the best steaks I've ever had.
Nice.
And granted, I cooked a fillet like, perfectly. A nice, good sous vide, a good sear, good crust, but he was like blown away. And he's had my steaks before, so I think the extra little oomph was the Snake River.
Nice. Love to hear that. Did you try it?
I did. It was very good. And
Nice.
I'd had another fillet and another ribeye from the cow too that I also made. So
Nice.
My cow being a grass-fed ranch cow versus a cow that is purely bred to be eaten, it's a little different. When you kind of taste them the same exact cut, like next to each other, you're like, okay, I get it. I do kind of get what a cattle cow is versus an actual like true bred or high-end meat cow. Great convo while on Sardine Fest.
All right, we're getting some buyers trying to step up here. See if they can't fulfill
start with the food
Leo
talk.
stat.
No, I do not own cows. I literally live in like the city of Dallas. So no, I do not have the land for a cow, but I did purchase a half steer of meat from a friend's ranch outside of Lubbock. I would do it again too. It's a great way to get high quality steaks and meat.
Leo's mom is recovering well. They actually just left to fly back home today.
Oh, good.
So they were able to stick to their original plans, fly home today. But she's doing great. She, very little. I mean, she has a little bit of pain, but very little issues with anything else. Appreciate you for asking.
Who will get stopped out first? At this point, it's going to take until the algo to find out.
Betrayal.
Yes. How are we doing the like count, guys?
Not great, Nick.
So
It's
far,
not looking
Bucky's
good.
would be very disappointed of the big
Yeah.
deal that Leo and I just made out of this.
Right.
And I thought I was being like modest with the like goal. Wow.
Yeah, this is not looking good for you.
I mean, I don't have any faith in the new people from the chat that apparently may or may not join us for the rest of this time to actually hit the thumbs up button.
Did you hear that, chat? Nick
It
doesn't have
doesn't
any
seem
faith
like they're
in
going
you.
to do it. Nobody wants to see me trading a Bucky's
faith in
onesie. I
Nick.
guess I understand.
Nick
I
has
mean,
no faith in the chat.
I'm currently basically break even on this trade so far. It
I
hasn't really
am
moved more than
also
a few points in my
surprised
favor.
we're only at 336 likes also.
That's what I'm saying.
I would think you could get it to 500 before the end of the session. That's how they got me
also,
to meow.
The fact that we have to bribe the chat with something like this to hit it 500, it's like, guys, this needs to be a regular occurrence.
Hey,
We're
would you
growing
call
the
it
channel.
bribing or just motivation?
Motivating the chat, I guess, is probably the right way to say it. That being said, but we are still on our quest for 200,000 subscribers. And so this is part of that journey. We need to up the like count. We need to continue to drive more people to said stream.
I agree with Nick.
Yeah, Darian, that's the right question. We didn't ask Jim if he liked the stream before he left.
I bet he did.
Do you guys ever get stressed for having to trade for income to provide for the family? Absolutely, every day. That's why I don't recommend this life to just about anybody. And I always tell people who say they want to go full time, I was like, for the love of God, keep your 9 to 5 and trade for side income that you can use for vacations, for home improvements, for just a better lifestyle, a better car, whatever it is. Do not rely on this because the drawdown periods when there's no other income are pretty miserable mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
At a minimum, you should have other streams of income.
Correct. Hey, Shab.
Uh-oh, Shab's here to
Cops,
put you out of your misery. Cops.
I can't.
I'm not going to repeat what Nick said, Shab, but it was pretty bad.
Shab, I'm bribing the chat for likes for me to wear a onesie if you missed the open of today's stream. Just FYI.
All right, I'm considering.
This needs to roll. ES looks a little more constructive to me. NQ needs to finally.
That little
break this
rejection right there at 94 that's telling. It's like, okay, the buyers tried, they came, and
that was
failed.
right where I entered. Like that's where I saw the seller. So clearly there's somebody there.
Yeah. So
but for how long?
Those reasons, I'm out. May Leo's stat not play out today. There is, the other side of that is 30% of the time the new high is not made
every time.
So there is you have to remember that when you're talking about stats. Team Nick scores.
I mean, if everyone wants me to wear this onesie, everyone should be commenting on my repost of your Twitter post where I mentioned Buc-ee's, and they should also mention Buc-ee's to finally drive somebody in their social media department to actually retweet my tweet or potentially get a verified account because they don't even have one, which gives me a low expectation for this. More people should know the good name of Buc-ee's.
It's a fantastic gas station. One of the best. Probably the best.
I mean, we're still 140 likes away from even me considering it.
I might can we give just like a micro pullback? I want to get back in this. Bars are in this.
Buc-ee's needs to pay Nick. Buc-ee's pays me with joy every time I walk in there, as well as I pay them because my wife has the palate sometimes of an 8-year-old child and just buys an absurd amount of candy from them. I'm losing enthusiasm for this short, by the way.
Yeah, it seemed like buyers would try to step on it a little bit, and that's how I jump back in this long.
ES bounced like right off the 4-hour open, and oof. Do we have Wawa in Texas? I don't know. So here's the other thing too. In a past life,
that's like a Florida thing, right?
I feel like it, but I also can't remember because in a past life, I used to call on like 7-Elevens and other convenience stores for a little bit. And I used to randomly go into Wawa's, but I can't remember their full.
I'm pretty sure that's
state.
a Florida thing. Florida only.
But maybe that's what it is. I've just been to Florida.
Or like Florida, Georgia.
If you're ever in that industry, like the store is just blurred together. So I can't remember what's what sometimes. Wawa was a Philly thing?
Good.
With has locations in Florida. Okay.
Oh, really?
Good to know. Thank you to our Northeast friends who set us straight.
All right, let's see if these buyers can do something. Late day back, move back into the highs.
I would hate it. So no. Just gonna tighten up my stop point. I don't know why, but whatever.
Okay. Nick, you're about to have a like crisis.
I mean,
Um,
I don't know who to blame. I could blame myself. I could blame Bucky's. I could blame you for not selling it hard enough. Or
What do
I
you
could blame the
mean?
chat. But, as somebody in show business here, I think blaming your audience is not always the best course of action long term for success.
Is this show business?
I mean, it's about as close to show business I think that you and I are ever going to get. So yes.
Yeah. I never considered it that way. I thought I was just trading with my friends.
I mean, that's how I feel trading with you and XY. It's just, hey, I'm just trading with my buddy. Having a good time.
Okay, yes. 132 likes away from trading in a onesie.
And I think Nick really wants an excuse to explain the onesie to his wife.
All right, they got me that time.
Yeah, she's gonna get me with that. Where I'm like, no, I didn't go into Bucky's for the onesie. I went in for candy for you when I come home. But I also saw this onesie that I wanted for some reason.
I think Nick really just wants to buy the onesie.
I didn't come up with this idea.
What other onesies do you have, Nick?
Whose idea was this in the first place?
Is this like a thing?
No, I don't have any onesies. I'm not a PJ guy. The only onesies in my house are the babies.
Oh, it was Darian's idea, of course.
Okay. Thank you, Darian. What's your view on the US 30? Well, the 30, at least heading east or west, it doesn't matter, in DFW at the very least, is a great place to potentially die because it is one of the most dangerous highway stretches I feel like in the country.
I think he's talking about the Dow.
Oh,
It's a CFD's.
whatever. I'm thinking we're
US
talking
30 is
about
the Dow.
Bucky's.
Please consider liking to give Nick the cover he needs to express his true self. We are just shy of the goal of 500 likes. 122 likes away.
I don't think they're going to
Are
do
they
it.
really going to do this to me twice? The first
I mean,
time they made
they've
me scratch out. The second time they just stopped me out.
We've only got 30 minutes. Not even 20 minutes.
Yeah, 23 minutes.
I feel like everyone's just creating alts right now.
$80 to $94 is a very dangerous. Oh, you're talking about highways.
See? See how confusing it can be?
What volume profile are you looking at? This is the NQ. Oh, this is actually MNQ. This is what I'm trading today. But yeah, this is the RTH volume profile right here. Whatever we need to do a breakout of these 30-point range afternoons, I'm here for it. I think the answer might just be looking at other markets to trade potentially. Like there was a good little move here in silver while we've been talking. Not against, starting to look at other markets while we're doing afternoon stuff. How does your last 30-minute expectation go when the instrument makes a higher high? How does your last 30-minute expectation go when the instrument? So the math is that if there's a new high so if you break down power hour by 30 minutes, if there's a new high in the first 30 minutes, there's 65-70% of the time there's a new high in the last 30 minutes. So that's the stat. If you hear somebody or see somebody talk about the Leo stat, that's the stat they're talking about. So I don't blindly just get bullish because we made a new high. I actually commented about how I hated the way the high was made. But generally speaking, trading with the trend is good. Now there's good reversion type of opportunities. Always. Not always, but you get what I'm saying. So I'm looking to trade with this move, and that's the reason for these two longs that I took in here. The first one I got scratched out of, the second one I got stopped out on. And I'm not afraid to take it again. Actually, starting to see those buyers step up a little bit. You can see it on tape reader as well. It's kind of funny how that's died off a little bit as we come into the close here.
Let's just come right here, somewhere around the 970s before they do
975.
anything.
Nick wants covered.
I'll just take a little scalp here.
Nick's short
against
because he
trend.
hates America.
This is true. Apparently, that's why. But we're not going to hit the onesie goal, so maybe next time.
Hey, if you're not gonna hit the onesie goal, you might as well make some money.
Yeah. Guess I'll pay for not buying the onesie. No, Cooper. I think I set the bar where I set it because there were over 500 people watching the stream. I thought it was reasonable of the little bump we tend to get towards the end of the stream. But, you guys let Leo down. He didn't let me down because this was his idea.
What?
Yeah, you and Darian.
It was not my idea.
I mean, you escalated it significantly.
Did I?
You created
Hang
a
on, hang on.
tweet to try to drive more
I want to watch
traffic.
what happens here.
Oh, I was supposed to potentially look at covering here. Oh. Now I don't want to lose money.
I'm clicked in here at 79.
Came
I
here
will
from
add
work.
a little bit lower here.
Oh, you're in.
So, buddy. Hey, watch out, watch out. Yeah.
What's my target? I mean, ideally, I'd like to see us kind of come a little bit further down here into the 60s, but if not, I mean, I'm ready to get out of this right now. I'm kind of watching ES here too. Yeah, John, that's exactly what I'm saying. ES starts to get above 17s here. I'm going to exit. And we're out.
Sorry.
So, flat.
Had a little interruption from the little one.
But yeah, it can do whatever shenanigans it wants to do now. Don't love counter trend trading at the end of the
Shenanigans mean
day with
going
a
up.
few minutes away from the algo. It could absolutely roll over. Yeah, GC and silver kept going. Wow.
I mean, silver when it's moving looks nice and rotational. I mean, at least for today. I don't know if that's every day, but
I guess, yeah, if you're very patient and you pick your spots accordingly. But I don't think a lot of people do that. As we are having price discovery at all-time highs, is what I've been seeing from people, at least in the small circles of Twitter that I operate in. It seems like people are just,
directional with it.
well, I just kind of see entries and I look back at where that is, and I'm like, for the love of God, looking back at the tape, I don't think I would have entered that moment there
Right.
somewhere. Like that looks
Right.
horrifying to me. But hey, Godspeed, it worked. But I guess, yeah, if you're trading with the trend right now to the upside, it's better to be lucky than good, I guess. Oh, just 102 away with 15 minutes to go. Can they do it?
I mean, nothing makes this stream better than the sweat the chat gives us. You know, they might do it. They might pull it out,
I don't think so.
but it might be until the last minute.
That's a lot of alts to create.
I don't know. I'm going for that end of day rally and likes and in the market. I have a proposition for you, Nick.
Nope. What is it?
How the hell can you say no when you don't even know what it is?
I don't know. Usually you wouldn't say I have a proposition.
Okay.
You would just tell me something.
In lieu of the 500, if we get 450 likes
No.
and a new high on the day.
There's a nice little Berg seller here at 18s and ES.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm a, big iceberg enjoyer.
Oh, there is. Damn.
He just keeps offering.
He's chilling.
He's just reloading. All you guys want, all the buyers want. He's happy to take whatever off here.
Yeah. Break through this ice.
But no,
and we're
no,
gonna
no
be moving.
450s. I think I was
Oh,
pretty. Oh, let's see.
Oh,
if
they
he's
said,
gone. He's gone.
peace.
He left. All 4,000 lots of him.
Come on. Nick, I think 450 and new high on the day is a good.
Well, no, because I had to scratch my trade. So no.
It's like, what do you mean you had to scratch your trade? You took it
Well,
out for profit.
You know what I mean? I knew low would have been more encouraging for me to take that because I would have been making a lot of money.
How do you identify an iceberg? On the Delta profile, you would just see, like if you're familiar with our looks here, you just see one that sticks out, from it would go from here to way out here in like in milliseconds, right?
Yeah.
So you see like normal tape, normal, kind of Delta profile, and then all of a sudden you would have one shoot over to the left, with a couple thousand contracts within, milliseconds of each other.
Mhm.
That's
This one was easy and actually a good learning for some people. So if you have replay mode and you have a Delta imprint or a Delta profile, however you're going to call it,
yeah,
because the tape was slow, you could literally watch like price, just a lot of transactions at a specific price point, but not moving. And then you see that Delta bar just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
right.
So, good way to see it and not kind of understand what's happening. But usually, yeah, when it happens a lot faster, it's tough to see in real time. are they going to push? And I'm not talking about the buyers in the old spoos here. I'm talking about the chat getting us to 500 likes.
Come on, chat. Don't disappoint Nick.
And don't disappoint
Don't you want to
Darian
see
in the
Nick
chat.
trade in a onesie?
It's going to be hot. I'm going to have to run the AC in the middle of winter in this office.
Attention traders, it's algo time.
Ooh. All righty then.
Okay. Sure. Yep. That's fine.
Just take my stop and, okay, I got it. All right, we went for the new highs on the day twice, and we got a little bit of a push, but every time they rejected it. So sometimes that's trading. You're just not on the right side of it. So should have stuck with that short idea that I had going into the
Yeah,
trade the close segment.
You had short like 26.10, didn't you?
Yeah, 09s.
Oh,
And then I let it go, prior to that pump into the 20s. Are the Lakers going to step in? I trade in a onesie every day. You should do it without the likes. Like, you have 75 more likes. And if you get there, you'll be buying a onesie and trading it. When did you say? What was the deadline?
Well, possibly Thursday, but I'm also going to be working on, I'm working on my sleeve Wednesday. So I don't know if I want to have that covering it because I'm not supposed to technically. So if that's the case, then I will wear it the following week. But the chat's got to get there, and the view count's dropping. So I don't know how many alts can you guys make in time, I guess. But if you are doing that, make sure they're also subscribed to the channel. Swoosh, that is somewhat true, but you also will get the video posted to Twitter of me going into Buc-ee's to buy said onesie. So that was
there's
also
value in that.
part of the deal.
Yeah. IRL Nick.
Yeah, because I'm a big influencer out there in the space. A lot of people follow my my tweets and IRL streams that I do on the reg. As the
We're
kids say.
37. We have 63 likes to go and 8 minutes. Can you do it? Can we get the most likes in an afternoon stream ever since I did the meow? Can you do it?
Have either of you ever been stopped by a
viewer in real life?
No.
I think that would be pretty hard to do.
I mean, probably not as much for me. For you, I would say that'd be harder to do.
Is the volume profile for the session or the week or what? It's for the RTH session starting at the open. For those that follow on Ninja Live, I'm not using the NinjaTrader volume profile. This is custom. So my settings wouldn't do you any good. It's the profile just literally starts at the session open. There's nothing special about that. The delta profile and volume profile here are based on rotations, and they automatically change based on the last high or low. So like right now, it's anchored to this high. So that's what we're seeing is the delta and volume profile from this high. Leg to leg, like there's currently a short-term down leg right now. So what we do is we just take the current leg and try to attach to that high or that low. And so that's the anchor point for this current profile is this leg from the high. I mean, you guys are 48 likes away and you have 5 minutes to do it. Nick is just like calling all of his friends.
I mean, I'm very indifferent on if this actually happens. Happy to do it because I'm a good team player for all of you in the chat who want to see something ridiculous and fun and potentially see me just purchase a stupid onesie at Bucky's because that'd be just interesting.
I just texted my wife to tell her to go like the stream.
I think my wife has watched exactly 10 minutes of us streaming. And it was when we did the four-way Arena Cup.
She said she's on the phone.
No, you're in trouble.
Well, the likes from her.
Yeah. F's in the chat for Leo for interrupting a phone call. I'm like shocked that we're not going to do it. We were so close.
We're going to do it. Everyone log into your alts. You know you have them.
I mean, if we don't get there, but we're real close, I mean, I'll do something, but I think you guys can do it.
I mean, we're 30 away.
See, here's the thing too. Me doing something out of the goodness of my heart as a consolation prize also directly coincides with I need to make sure that actually fits into my schedule for Wednesday heading to said Bucky's to do this ridiculous thing. Versus me being actually validating that this has happened, then I will build it into my schedule.
25 likes away.
They're just making alts now. And I'm going to be watching the clock here. Got to come in before the close.
3 minutes, 20 likes. Can we do it?
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
17 likes to
Jim,
go.
they don't want this to happen.
17 more
apparently.
people. 17. We're going like an auction. We have 2 minutes, 17 to go. 13.
Oh, we're not leaving till we hit it.
13.
Not leaving till we hit it.
Don't accuse us of using alts. I mean, you guys are using alts. Let's be serious. But
that is not a dirty lie, Fractal.
But I respect the hustle of getting
7 more. There. 7 more in 1 minute.
The amount of alts that you guys have probably created for the 500 in here.
We're there. We have more than Come on.
They still, I mean, they're going to get
3 more likes.
2 away. I mean, there's no way, but you guys
always make you sweat it.
You guys got 90 seconds and someone just took their like away.
There we go. Boom. 502.
We did it. Congrats. Congrats, guys. I will do something very stupid to keep you all entertained next week. Well done. Can we get the confetti for the chat?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. In the meantime, Leo, we hit your 89s and then some.
I know. And I got myself out of that trade and went for those long continuation trades that didn't work. Nick took my advice and went for the short.
I did, but folded it pre-MOC as is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little profit taking here at the end of the day.
Yeah.
See where we end up here. Below the point of control or above it? Still a crazy recovery, man. This was the Chicago Bears second half.
That game was incredible. And the funny thing is that we watched the Ducks play. Who did they play? Indiana, right? And we're none of my family is either fans of either one. And so I was talking to my daughter. I was like, "Who are you gonna root for?" And she's like, "I'm rooting for the Ducks." She's like, I like their mascot, da da da. And they were getting just hammered, right? Hammered and
Dude.
hammered and hammered.
Indiana's a force in nature this year.
And so I was making fun of her. I was like, "Hey, I think you're on the wrong side of history. Like, you could change your vote." I was giving her, chances to opt out and change her who she was going to root for. And so then yesterday, she's asking, or was it yesterday? I don't remember when did they play Saturday night, Jim? The Bears, the Bears game?
Saturday night.
Oh.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. So Saturday night, we, we're watching the Bears game, and she's like, "Who are you rooting for?" I was like, "I'm rooting for the Bears." And then she starts kind of trolling me as the Bears are down, 21-3 or whatever. And then she went to bed later that night before the game was over, and I just texted her a screenshot of the end of the score, and I was like, "Yeah, I think you should have eaten those words."
Well, we're gonna have to have a conversation about next week because IU is gonna be Miami's not ready for what they're about to come up against. That's
I
all
agree
I'm
with
saying.
you, Jim. I mean, Indiana is a force to be reckoned with, and I'm not sure they've met anybody that's ready for them.
It's gonna be glorious, man. I'm trying to get there. Anyone wants to go with me, let me know.
Oh, you're going to the game?
I would like to, but it's here's the thing. The tickets are super pricey, and so I'm not buying two tickets, one for me and one for my son. That ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have something, it's a full, European vacation kind of ticket price.
Yeah.
Oh, JD, Florida man said he'll meet me there. All right. We're cooking. In any event,
Helps that the average age of Indiana players is 27.
haters are going to be haters, man.
That came from NinjaTrader.
I know. Hater. Well, yeah, no, that came from a Texas fan. I know who that came from.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh-huh. Peyton Manning's nephew. Anyway,
NinjaTrader trolling Jim.
I know. I know. It doesn't matter. With the championship trophy, you can troll me all you want. Oh my God. Well, what a day, man. The equities made a huge, huge comeback. Treasuries actually didn't do as bad as I thought they were going to do today. Even over in Europe, the DAX and Eurostock did pretty good. Energies are all up, green across the board. Metals are the story of the year so far. Super green across the board. WASD report came out today. I have not had a chance to digest it. I will do that for tomorrow. A little bit of mixed. Wheat down a little bit, soybeans down. Why is my heating oil way down there? Corn is down. Yeah, I guess grains were down across the board also, so it must have been a decent report. In any event, great day today. Tomorrow, folks, remember, we also are going to be here early in the morning. We have a CPI special show tomorrow, special edition of NinjaTrader Live CPI special. Me, Craig Shapiro, Shy, and the one and only Anthony Crudele. We have T-Trades for Tape Talk. Trading the open is going to be Dread Pirate Merit Black along with Christian Trading Boxes. Midday Markets, XYZ, and Jack. Trading the close, Nikki and Joe. So we have a full schedule tomorrow. We're gonna start this year strong. It's gonna be a great show. Hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, how about some thumbs up and some hit them subscription button for Leo and Nick for a tick, working hard for you this afternoon. We appreciate these two being part of NinjaTrader Live and being here with us this afternoon. So subscription button's free, everybody. Hit that one. In any event, having said all that, most important message of the day. Please be safe out there. Be good to each other. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, guys.
you.